I've been experimenting with the air fryer again. I really love crispy potatoes, but they never come out right when I bake them, and frying in oil generally means I have a mess to clean up after. It also adds a lot of fat, and while I don't mind eating fat, I'd rather have it in a dipping sauce instead of oil dripping off my potatoes. These do take some prep work, but they came out so delicious that I couldn't even stay out of them long enough to get this shot. Don't forget to like the video, and subscribe for more homemade food. I'd love to see the channel hit 1,000 subscribers by New Year. Let's get started. I'm using 10 good-sized potatoes because I plan on having this as a side with dinner 2 nights in a row, plus a midnight snack. Always clean your potatoes thoroughly. Even if they look clean right out of the bag, remember, they grew on the ground and they were likely fertilized with animal crap. Stop eating crap. Scrub your potatoes. This is a personal preference, but I really don't like thick potato skins. If that sounds familiar to you, just scrub a little harder than you need to with a sturdy sponge and you'll wear through some of the peels. I'm using a Scrub Daddy under cool water and that seems to work perfectly. Next up, boil your potatoes whole until fork tender. I've tried parboiling them, I've tried not boiling them at all, and I can say with confidence that I prefer them when they've been fully cooked at this stage. Now here's the problem. We need these potatoes cool enough to handle to be able to proceed. If they're too hot, not only will we burn our hands trying to cut them, the moment we try the next step, they'd probably disintegrate into mashed potatoes. If you have the time and foresight to do this step a day in advance, they will turn out better, but as long as you can get them to around room temperature or lower before you try to cut them, everything should be fine. I like to drain the boiling water and replace it with cool tap water a couple times, then wait about 10 minutes until the potatoes are cool. Once they're around room temperature, I dry them off and put them in the fridge until I'm ready to proceed. Since you're watching the Midnight Snack Edition, these have been in the fridge for about 24 hours. I still need to be careful not to mash them, but they're firm enough to slice up easily. You can try cutting yours into French fry shapes if you want, but there's a good chance that they'll break apart, so I like to do half-circle wedges. There's no wrong answer though, just cut them into pieces and put them into a bowl with a lid. More is more when it comes to seasonings, and tonight I feel like garlic powder, chipotle chili, and this Parmesan and herb mix will go really well together. I've had this mix in the cupboard for like 2 years trying to find something that it complements, and I think this is where I'm going to be using it from now on. The final ingredient in my seasoning is very much optional, but really elevates the flavor of these air fryer potatoes. I'm adding about a half teaspoon of monosodium glutamate, or MSG. There are a lot of conflicting opinions on whether MSG is okay to eat, but long story short, I'm making these instead of eating potato chips and fast food, which have a lot more MSG in them, so it's still a net gain. If you want to leave it out, that's fine, you can just add a pinch of salt, or don't, salt to taste. I've also heard of people adding cornstarch, usually about a tablespoon for this many potatoes, but I'm choosing to leave it out. It's supposed to make the potatoes more crispy at the end, but I made a batch with cornstarch and a batch without last week, and no one could tell the difference. Once I'm happy with my seasonings, I'm adding about a tablespoon of canola oil, putting on the lid, and giving everything a thorough shake. If you don't have a bowl with a lid, you could carefully mix them with a spatula, just try not to let the potatoes break up too much if you can. When you're done, it should look something like this. The seasonings have mixed with the oil and some of the loose potato to form a kind of delicious paste that's going to crisp up on the outside of them. Next, I'm going to spread them out evenly on a wire rack. I would usually use a wooden spoon for this, but I forgot to go get it before I hit record, and I'm the only one eating this batch, so it's fine. Into the air fryer they go at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. If you've used a lot of onion powder or spices that are more prone to burning, you might want to set it between 350 and 375 instead. You're looking for a temperature that lets you cook them long enough to develop a nice golden brown, which I find takes between 10 and 15 minutes depending on how many you're cooking at once. This is how mine looked after 5 minutes, and here they are at the 12-minute mark. You can see the tips and edges were just starting to burn, but for me, these are perfect. It's kind of like that little bit of char on a good steak or a barbecued hamburger. Too much and it's ruined, but just a little bit can go a long way for texture and flavor. Speaking of texture and flavor, let's talk cheese. I would usually grate a little cheddar or Gouda or any good melting cheese on top, but I had some leftover Feta that I needed to use up, and I thought the briny flavor would complement the Parmesan and herb, and I definitely didn't just use it because I thought it would look better in the YouTube thumbnail. Feta doesn't really melt that well, so I'm breaking it up with a bench scraper so I can crumble it over the potatoes. And yeah, I don't know what I was doing with that small bowl either. It was 1 a.m. by this point, and I wasn't really thinking in 4 dimensions. Partly because I screwed around looking for a bowl, the potatoes had cooled and stuck to the cooking grate. I also probably should have moved them around once while they were cooking. Oh well, next time. At least the bench scraper makes cleanup super easy. I don't know why I waited so long to buy one of these. Where were we? Oh yeah, the feta cheese. And before I catch hell in the comments section about it, remember, I'm the only one eating these, so I can touch them all I want. If I was sharing, I probably would have used a fork or something, but these were too good to share. I was too lazy to make a dipping sauce, but if you're really that curious, it's chipotle aioli from Costco. I told you I liked my fat in the dipping sauce, not dripping from the potatoes. Don't forget to like the video, and subscribe for more homemade food.